Is it that time of year already? Nope, award season is a long ways off, but that doesn't mean the big Hollywood studios aren't already jockeying for position. So as they lay the groundwork for their Oscar campaigns, today we're going to take an early look at what they've got. Not only so we're in the know, but so that we can make sure we see these films when they hit theaters and be part of the conversation. For instance, have you seen the Grand Budapest Hotel? If not, you're already behind. This film, released in early March, already has strong awards buzz and could be Wes Anderson's first real shot at actually winning a writing Oscar, and perhaps even earning a Best Director nom, as well as nominations for his cast, particularly Ralph Fiennes. And much like Captain America: The Winter Soldier has potentially pushed the beginning of the summer movie season to April, to see an Oscar contender this early could be a game changer going forward. Previously, it was always Woody Allen who was out in front, releasing his movies in the middle of the summer to maximize media coverage and industry attention. He's sticking to that strategy this year as well, with Magic in the Moonlight in late July. Star Colin Firth already has his Oscar, which lends this later concoction some Oscar street cred. And considering Allen's track record with actresses, this is an exciting opportunity for Emma Stone. Then in August, Lasse Hallström returns to the Oscar race with The 100-Foot Journey. Steven Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey produce, and while you might think that an unstoppable combo, just remember how Lincoln didn't quite sweep as expected, while The Butler was outrightly snubbed. Star Helen Mirren might help though, and films with Indian flavor, this is the story of an Indian family opening a restaurant in France, have been favored by the Academy in the past, with both Slumdog Millionaire and Life of Pi. Now October is the start of the traditional Oscar season, and we kick it off with the highly anticipated Gone Girl. David Fincher couldn't quite connect with the Academy with The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, nor with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but he could very well have his best shot yet with Oscar darling Ben Affleck as his star. Expect to see the October release schedule fill out a bit more in the coming months, as festival favorites yet to be slated try to get out ahead of a very crowded November. Festival favorites like Whiplash, The Miles Teller, and J.K. Simmons' Sundance sensation just set to hit theaters October 10th. And yes, November is packed with both awards contenders and blockbusters. Interstellar hopes to be both, and very well could be, as Christopher Nolan returns to the big screen post The Dark Knight Rises, and Matthew McConaughey post his legendary Oscar win. Then the very next week, another movie hits theaters which hopes to also walk the fine line between blockbuster and awards contender, Fury. David Ayer upgrades to the A-list as a director with Brad Pitt, who's hoping his second World War II outing might be more fruitful than his first. That same weekend, we'll finally see the release of Foxcatcher, which bowed out of last year's overcrowded Oscar race. Capote and Moneyball director Bennett Miller is at the helm, while Steve Carell and Channing Tatum hope to star in their very first Oscar contender. Mark Ruffalo's involvement may or may not help, but they could be all overshadowed that weekend by the Wednesday release of A Most Violent Year, where J.C. Chandor hopes to build on his previously well-received films Margin Call and All Is Lost. Critical darlings Oscar Isaac, Jessica Chastain, and David Oyelowo star. Then Benedict Cumberbatch will try again after the disastrous The Fifth Estate with The Imitation Game, where enigma meets milk. Cumberbatch stars as real-life British codebreaker Alan Turing, who, after his heroic deeds during World War II, found himself criminally prosecuted for his homosexuality. Then in December, we see the infamous last-minute Oscar push, with both Exodus and Inherent Vice hitting theaters the same weekend. Exodus can already boast Ridley Scott and Christian Bale, but can potentially capitalize on the current trend of faith-based movies as well. And perhaps Inherent Vice can enjoy some underdog status, as Paul Thomas Anderson and Joaquin Phoenix try it again after the underperforming The Master. This is also another one of those award-studded casts, with Reese Witherspoon, Josh Brolin, and Benicio del Toro also starring. Then on December 25th, Bradley Cooper also returns to the Oscar race in Cameron Crowe's new flick, alongside Bill Murray, Emma Stone, and Alec Baldwin. Thanks to Rob Marshall's involvement and Meryl Streep's, Disney's Into the Woods also has an outside shot at some Oscar nominations. But expect Angelina Jolie's second feature film Unbroken and Tim Burton's Amy Adams and Christoph Waltz flick Big Eyes to soak up most of the awards buzz Christmas Day. And again, these are just the movies that already have release dates. Tommy Lee Jones' The Homesman, starring Hilary Swank, Haley Steinfeld, and again Meryl Streep, is awaiting a release date, as is Trash, the third world adventure flick that combines the talents of UK sensation Stephen Daldry and Richard Curtis. So what do you think of these Oscar contenders at this stage of the game? What stands out? What doesn't? And what's missing? Be sure to leave your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.